Okay. Yeah, mate, for a second. Okay, drill. So we're looking for a okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to change tack slightly. We're going to do the same sort of concept drill. This time, what we're going to do is we're going to have an attack come forward from our attacker. So we're going to go head, body, and get on. Yeah, down there. Yeah. Body down there. I'm trying to get on. I think that before you get your shot. And so what we're going to do from here is we're going to work on, rather than alternating hands, we're going to work on one side, one hand only. So we're going to head block, outside block, get under right. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Just those three. So attackers will be facing this way again. Defenders will be this way. We're going to start off with left head, left side head shot. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. And then alternate. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah? You guys here, you should go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah? Here we go. So up and facing each other. So attackers, you should left arm out, right arm back, right arm zipping. Defenders, I guess you put your hang on, think for a second. Right arm, left arm back. UK. Now what's going to happen is the first shot is going to be a head shot. Okay, so we're just starting at this point. First shot's going to be a head shot. Ready? We'll do one move per count. Here we go. Hesh. Now using your left arm, blockers, knee, stomach up a punch, sun, get arm right. Okay, what we should do is blockers for the sake of this drill, we should change hands. Right? For the sake of this drill, sort of cross the people over. Okay, so the next one's going to be a head shot from the attacker. Then we're going to be going through and doing obviously a head block, outside block, down block, yeah? Hesh, knee, sun, good. And alternating the other side of the hand now, yeah? Punches, just keep punching. Hesh, knee, sun, hesh, knee. Good, okay. Bring it on now. On the count, we'll do all three. Exact same thing, very good. When you're going through doing the drills, it's important to make sure when you're blocking, you're doing your head block, make sure you're always looking out the side, you'll make sure you're always changing side, yeah? You guys, when you're doing this one, this is a victim basis. When we're blocking and a head block and doing this, it's parallel to the floor, yeah? That does you no good. My elbow is now too high for my soft two pad block. When you block, you want to make sure it's going up to here, where we finish it, up to here. That means I'm almost past my blocking point already. The next one, so the next one comes through there as well, yeah? You want to cover as much as you can with minimal movement. Good technique for minimal actual physical movement, yeah? Here we go. Hold fingers to the one count. Here we go. Hesh. Knee. Arm. Two. Good. Okay. Changing rolls now. Changing rolls. So one shot per count. Forget I said that. I still can't count up. Here we go. Hesh, knee, sun. But be careful. A lot of this, again, I'm just saying, there's a lot of elbows that are going right up on the head block. So you're doing head block here, right? Doing the head block here, and a lot of people are going right up to here, like this is the head block. Okay? Make sure your bottom head block come up, so it's just like this is enough. Make sure you have the head, yes? Here, cross here, down there. 1, 2, 3, yeah? Here we go. Hesh, knee, sun. Hesh, knee, sun. Knee, sun. Make sure the head be on that soft hook again. Not out the door. Make sure you're using them, yeah? Hesh, knee, sun. Hesh, knee, sun. That whole thing here, yeah? Hesh, knee, sun.
This doesn't have to be basic training for us. As the tank is going through, yes, we need to be obviously reminding ourselves that this is good for lower grades to learn pretty much straight away. Sorry, you know what I mean? You come close to the usual mic. That close. In the vicinity of. Okay, so what we need to be mindful of that this isn't just basic training. It's good from a teaching point of view. We must make sure that we are teaching this to our white belts and our yellow belts. And obviously, as we go through, as Sensei will show in a minute, you can then apply it with more application. You can make it more advanced. Go from Waikanae, which is pretty much a thoughtless stance, if that's one way I'm putting it, to more of a movement through in the short forward stance. Things that I was just noticing though, let's just grab, where's the break? The thing that I'm noticing though, let's say, just stand here, alright, just move out the way you guys is that even though we're in Waikanae as high grades, we should not be doing this like we're beginners. So you'll notice that the beginners in the group, when the punch is coming out, they'll be here, and they'll be here. Alright, again, other side. 1, 2, yes. Notice how I'm dropping into it. 8. And then notice how from there, from here. Or the other thing is 1, and then here, 2. I'm allowing the structure to break from its path and to go back to a little bit too much of the foundational basics. So after a while, when you guys are practicing this, okay, and when, say, from green belt and above practicing this, it should be more a case of from here, make sure you are using this as a stance. We don't say this, Waikanae is a stance. Dutch is Dutch. Heiko, Dutch. It doesn't say Heiko, lazy stance. It doesn't say Heiko, nothing. It's a stance, which means use this as a stance, drop your knees slightly so you can move. Hey? Because most of the time, if you're going to be attacked, you're not going to be in this position. You're going to be here. And a lot of the time, you can begin the defense from a very much a standing, relaxed position. Okay? Relaxed, but also aware. Not relaxed and completely unaware. This is the beginning, which means from here we can either start start to defend ourselves and move into whatever position we think or we should move into, whatever it comes into. Okay? So during this exercise, so from here, knees slightly bent, okay, make sure you are from there, not around at all, not up and around, but straight down. Use your hips by dropping your knees and turning your hips into it. Okay? And remember, for us, if we see this as very basic, we'll train like it's very basic, we'll miss the point. Okay? So, first kata, second kata, cipher. Okay? First kata, second kata, a training kata, but they're very dynamic, especially when we get to know what's hidden within the kata and the movement within the kata. Cipher, a lot of students think cipher is a yellow belt kata. Cipher in many Goju, if not all Goju systems, is first down black belt kata. And when you first hear that as a black belt, it almost just registers it in your mind as a whole different thing. It almost makes it more important. Doesn't it? Like, I just thought it was the yellow belt, orange belt, green belt kata. I still felt it was important, but now, knowing that it's worth more than that, right, outside of this club, okay, I'll give it more credit. I'll think about it even more when I'm practicing. Okay? So this is the same with this stuff. So this is foundational. How we move here is very much how you're going to move here. It's very much you're going to be lunging forward, using all of these techniques. You can't use them without the principle, and this is where we pick up the principle. When we're standing across from our opponent, our partner, in a training drill, day 1. Does it make sense? And that's why it's important for even white belts and yellow belts to start talking principles, not just technique, principles, you know. If I was the instructor, I'd be saying, great, you're going to be learning a lot of principles, okay? And principles you can't mess with them. They're fundamental to all your karate. Technique is all geared around this principle, okay? So, and you'll find that, you know, this is just 3 blocks, but these are very advanced fighting techniques that you are learning, okay? And let's focus on what they are and let's really understand the principles. You can understand what the principle is, but then it'll take you a long time to get it right. And that's why, we call karate an art form. It's not just pick it up in 5 minutes and, I know what to do now. Does it make sense?
Aye.
Alright, so with this, we want you to focus on as the punch is coming through here, knee slightly bent, punch, cross, and down. Straight to here. Lock things in so that understand where am I using this as well, my kata? What kata am I using this? Hey? MP, Kurumfa, Senpai. So it's very important that I understand the principle here. Here. Okay? Make sure that this isn't just a block with my arm, this is what I would have been like when I was a white belt, yellow belt, maybe orange, maybe brown. Okay? Me, maybe black. Alright, but then after a while, it's going to be here. So that as we're going through this, 1, 2, 3, here. Here, I'm cutting through. From here, I can punch through. Make sense? The punch comes up, 1, 2, 3. So stiffen the legs, relax, then use your hips and finish with more strength. The challenge is to do it strong while you're in standing position. It's easier here, right? But learn the principle while you're standing in Heikodachi. So we've kind of flipped this around. We've started by saying this is what we teach white belts, but now what we're saying is this is as black belt, this is what we need to be very good at. So if you can't get it right while you're standing still in the fundamental first stance position, it's going to be much harder when you get into more advanced stances and movement. Because then you're thinking about, there's more to think about down here when it's not just here. When it's here, and it has to move, and it has to time, and it has to create distance, and it has to move to the side, etc., etc. Does that make sense, guys?